that as yet. So let's all put our hearts and souls behind the fact that this is going to be the new India of tomorrow.
Yes. If you have read the last line of this video, the last line was, "Ki straight line never gives us the positive vibes. Always when fluctuations are there, then that is always showing the positivity." If you're talking about ECG, straight line in an ECG is always giving us a negative message. So when we are talking about the reflections we have learned from this video, when we have to do something different, we have to start from different. If we are talking about Facebook, if we are talking about Apple, all have started from the basic of only one idea. Yes, we can do the different. We have to create the difference. Only then they got success. So but that is not only sufficient. Many people think that they have a great idea and jump into launching their business without thinking through who their customer will be or why these people should want to buy from or hire them. What is required them? Just see the line. Many people think they have a great idea and jump into launching their business. They just feel कि yes, our idea is the best, but they don't think कि who will be their customer and why the people will come to them, why the people will not go to their competitors, what is the need of the people that they will be attractive to them. If we are not considering about that, there is of no use of starting anything. So what is required then? The question is कि what we need to do, what is actually required. So please. So what we need to have, we have to refine the idea. If you are thinking about starting a business, you likely already have an idea what you want to sell, in which market you want to enter, existing companies in your chosen industry, current brand leaders, passion about the business, what we have discussed right now. We need to have a passion, we need to have creativity, timely brainstorming with other ideas, and mainly it is required to create 7 P's. What we just discussed कि we need to think something different, we have to create something different, but before creating that different, we have to refine the idea what we are going to sell, whether it will be desirable by the customer, in which market we want to sell, whether there is a place to enter, what is the place of existing companies, obviously, why, where they are standing, is there any monopoly, is there the chances of entering into the market, who are the current brand leaders. Obviously we have to compete with them now, so we should be aware ki who are the brand leaders. And obviously the thing which we have discussed from the thing, we need to have passion, we need to have creativity, we need to do brainstorming exercises time to time, and a major thing which is required to create 7 P's. Now what should be these 7 P's? Earlier the idea was only related to 4 P's, when the people were you can say forced to buy the product whatever is available in the market, then only we were dependent upon the 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. When every producer, if he want to make his product familiar to the market, familiar to the customer, they were adopting the strategy of 4 P's. What should be their product, what should be the price of the product, where the product would be distributed, where the product will be delivered, and what will be the promotional efforts which will be used to make the product available to customer. But now this 4 P's concept has been changed to 7 P. The 7 P's helps companies to the 4 P's were designed at the time where business were more likely to sell products rather than services. And the role of customer service in helping brand development was not so well known. Over time, Booms and Pitner added 3 extended service mix, participants, physical evidence, and processes. And later on, this term was converted, participants were converted to the people. And after that, 7 P's, one more additional word came into the existence, which was the partners. Normally we are using the 7 P's model, but after that 7 P's model, one eighth P is also added to that is known as partner. Companies can also use the 7 P's model to set objectives, conduct a SWOT analysis, and undertake competitive analysis. It is a framework to evaluate an existing business and work through appropriate approaches while evaluating the mixed element as shown below. And you can ask the questions, whatever is required. Product, how can you develop your product or services? If you want to create any if you want to develop any product, if you want to develop any service, what should be the idea behind that? We have to go through a particular process, proper process, before generating new product. We have to pass out the complete process of new product development. Whether you want to modify the existing product, whether you want to innovate something, or you want to invent something. Next is, what price we can charge for the model. Whether we have to go for penetration pricing, or we have to go for price skimming. Penetration pricing means keeping lower price to make your product familiar in the market. Price skimming means when we can charge highest price if we are confident upon the quality of the product. And it can be different cost pricing methods, I mean different pricing strategies can be adopted, and which particular pricing strategy we will implement in the business. Place, most important thing. What new distribution options are there for customers to experience our product? For example, whether we want to go for online business, whether we want to go for in-store business, whether we go for mobile business. Next point is promotion. How can we add to or substitute the combination within paid, owned, and earned media channel? One sentence is there कि it is, products are not bought but sold. Just listen to this sentence very carefully. Products are not bought but sold. It means people don't buy the product. You have to adopt so many efforts to make the product sellable. And when you want to make the product sellable, you have to adopt so many promotional strategies to make the product aware to the customer. How you can make your product, how you can prove your product better than the competitor, you have to implement so many promotional schemes for the same. Next is physical evidence. How we assure our customers. For example, impressive buildings, well-trained staff, great websites. Means we are saying that we are doing the best. How we can prove that best? How we are the best? That is another major thing. People. Who are our people, and are there skill gaps? Who are the people? Means all the people involved with the process of our organization. Whether we are talking about top level, whether we are talking about with the middle level, whether we are talking about lower level, or we are talking about the people connected to us in any manner. Next is a process. Process. What is process? A series of action required to solve particular purpose. What we want to do, what we want to sell, what is the complete procedure for the same we have to implement. And another thing I have told you, one more P is allocated with those 7 P's, that is partners. That partners is going to reflect that how they can cope up with the current company strategy. So let's have an example of a company using the 7P strategy. Take a look at HubSpot as an example. HubSpot actually is an American developer company. This is a software developer company. It came into existence in 2006 only, means just 14 years back. But if you're talking about the present scenario, HubSpot has 8,000 plus customers in 56 countries. Means you just see in 14 years only. 14 years is not a very big tenure, but in 14 years they have covered 56 countries. They have covered more than 8,000 customers. Initially it was founded by Brian Halligan and 2006. What marketing mix actually they adopted, just have a look on that. Product or services, integrated tool set for SEO, search engine optimization. When you search something on Google, you can just see some products, some brands are on the top. What is the procedure for that? That is a software. Blogging, social media, website, email, and lead intelligence tools. Basically, they were providing us the you can say the major things which can make you more familiar to the word. They were just selling the softwares. What was their price? They were charging some certain subscriptions on the basis of the monthly number of contacts came into your database base and number of users of the services. Next one was place, access. What is their place? First was product, second was price, third was place. Place means they are using online. They are creating network of partners. They are using different country user groups. And promotional strategies they are using, obviously. When they are producing their business online, they are adopting the online medias for their promotional efforts. Director speaks at the events, webinars, useful guides that are amplified by SEO and effective with SEO. Social media advertising, for example, LinkedIn. Next is physical evidence. Consistent branding across communication. Whatever they are communicating, whenever they are communicating, they are doing consistent branding for their product, for their softwares, processes. More sales staffs are now involved in conversion. Process means what procedure they are following. They are adding more and more people as their product is, their services are dependent upon communication. The more communication, the more viral their product is, the more benefits will be for them. People means investment in online services. Who are the people for them? Who people means the people who are providing online services to them. Those are the people. I have talked about partners, last 8P. Partners like HubSpot looks to form partnership with major media companies such as Facebook and Google, to which people are very much familiar of, plus local partners including Smart Insights, who it is collaborating with on research in Europe. This is all about the 7P strategy, which was adopted by HubSpot, a very, very famous company, very, very successful company, which has grown up in 14 years duration. And they have also adopted the 8P as partner. So when we are talking about implementation of 7P strategy in the business, then we can get success, then we can move on for a successful business if we have implemented the things, if we have created the difference, if we have adopted the strategies, we can be on the top. Like we have taken the example of the company HubSpot. Like these, we are having so many successful entrepreneurs of India. You can have the example of Dhirubhai Ambani. You can have the example of Tata. You can have the example of Birla. You can have the example of Narayan Murthy, who are the founders of so many big companies, Reliance Industry, Infosys, Ajim Hasim Premji, Wipro. I mean, there are so many examples of so many successful entrepreneurs in India who has proved themselves, who has begun from the very small startup, but they have reached the heights. Along with them, there are so many young entrepreneurs of India who have proved themselves, and most of them are familiar to you also. So let's have a look on the few glimpse of few successful entrepreneurs of India. Let's start with Ritesh Agarwal. Ritesh Agarwal's entrepreneurial journey is one of the most successful entrepreneur stories in India. After dropping out of college, he launched his first startup, Oracle Stays, which was a budget hotel chain that provided B&B. B&B means bed and breakfast, and that elevated to Oyo Rooms. I think Oyo Rooms is a very, very familiar word to all in present scenario of hotel industry. Uh, if we are talking about economic rooms, if we are talking about budgeted rooms, people are searching for Oyo Rooms. Why? Because they have proved themselves for a good choice for a budgeted travels. The same thing is mentioned, and that elevated to Oyo Rooms from when he realized no other service offered a room for a budget traveler. Begin with only 11 rooms in a Gurgaon hotel. Oyo Rooms is now a hub for elite hotel stays with 65,000 rooms in about 5,500 properties across India. in a very smaller period and with complete enthusiasm, with passion, with resilience. Ritesh Agarwal is now on the top with the Oyo rooms in the hotel industry. Next is Nandan Reddy. Nandan Reddy has given the inception of a very, very familiar, you can say, food chain the people are fond of today, Swiggy. I think most of the people are very well known about Swiggy, Zomato nowadays. Nandan Reddy, along with his mate Sri Harsha Majety, changed the way India eats. They both started with Bundle, a logistic aggregator, which connected SMEs to courier services provider. A year later, they have started with a very small concept of courier services provider. Means they have connected their SMEs to courier service provider. Means how they are delivering the services to people. A year later, what they thought, when the business was doing pretty well, why should not we move on to food service industry? Means people normally people are fond of having foods outside, but people are sometimes are not able in condition to go out. Then why not to, you can say, encash the emotions? Why not to encash the opportunity? They shifted their focus to food service industry, when Swiggy, the food delivery application, rolled out into reality. Since its inception, Swiggy has rapidly grown to become a leader in the Indian food delivery sector by consistently shrinking delivery timelines and improving customer experience. I think most of the people are now familiar how people are using Swiggy as their food delivery system, because most of the people now
It's
are
3:48 p.m. in
using
Israna.
the most important thing, the people want to save their time, the people want to have hygienic food, the people have to do everything in time. So what they are doing, they are delivering the food, but they are delivering the food in time, in lesser time period. So they have compete the world, they have changed the food service industry. Next, after Nandan Reddy, I want to discuss about another more successful entrepreneur of India, Sachin Bansal. Uh, the sentence mentioned here, for every shopaholic in India, Flipkart is not the new shopping destination. Means nowadays people are preferring offline shopping. Mostly people are preferring offline shopping, and in this era of pandemic, the people are becoming more dependent upon online shopping only. So Flipkart is not a new name. Flipkart is not the new shopping destination. People are using this from a longer period of time. But who was the initiator behind that? Sachin Bansal, the mastermind behind the idea, created an internet shopping revolution among with Binny Bansal, and Flipkart took birth as the first e-commerce website in India. Means you can have everything on Flipkart, you can have everything on discounted price, you can have everything whatever you want to have. So what is that? That is means you can avail the facilities at your home itself. And that was initiated by Sachin Bansal, who started from a very smaller point, who started from a very, very smaller destination, who started from a very small idea. But he has the vision to create the difference. And after Sachin Bansal, we want to talk about Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Most important discovery by Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Vijay Shekhar Sharma is an Indian billionaire businessman and founder of financial technology company Paytm. If we are talking about today, most of the people don't want to use cash. You want to do moneyless transaction, and Paytm is the most common way of that, most common means of cashless transactions. From being a small town boy from Aligarh, Vijay Shekhar Sharma has come a long way. It was not easy for him to be on the top directly. But still, again, the same thing. He had something different in his mind. I have to create something which can make me familiar to the world. After passing out from college, he started Access Communication, a college based startup that created content management system. Content management system means digitally how we are managing the content of the organizations, which is very, very important. communications, including the Indian Express. And when he initiated to start up the Paytm, people were not having the belief that he could do the things. People not the people who were going to sponsor him, who they were not sure. They were not confident about the idea that will it be a success. Vijay once ended up with a loan of rupees 8 lakhs, which got him into a vicious cycle of unpayable debt. Means at that time, just think of the situation. He has to pay so much amount to outsiders. People are not having confidence upon him, but still he had the vision. Yes, I'll do it. Yes, I can do it. Yes, I have to take risk. Vijay's investors were not confident about the idea of a mobile first consumer service that would cater to the masses. While India's telecom infrastructure was improving in 2010, he personally put $2 million at stake to finally launch the brand. $2 million means a lot. $2 million means you can say कि whatever he has earned or whatever he has taken on loan, that was totally on the risk. But finally, he launched the brand, and now no need to say anything about Paytm. The sentence here mentioned is the rest, as they say, is history now. You can say that from the initial level, from a very small town person, small town boy from Aligarh, create the difference, create the beginning, create the startup. So these were the outlooks of certain successful entrepreneurs of the India who have created the difference, who have embarked their journey by adopting creativity, by adopting passion, sorry, by adopting resilience, but they have proved themselves, but they have embarked on the journey, they have embarked on the place they want to move on. So that's the basic thing which we required. So please next. That's the basic thing which we require. Sorry. So what we need actually before becoming a entrepreneur, before starting a business, before talking about the business plan, what you need to have, you want to make sure you prepare thoroughly before starting a business. But realize that things will almost certainly go away. To run a successful business, you must adapt to changing situations. The major thing, you should be adaptable enough. Situations will be changed day by day. What we can do, we have to think. Just see, like in this pandemic, so many things move on, so many things goes down. But the people who had cop up with the situation, who have, you can say, um, taken up the opportunity of this pandemic also, they have grown up. And some business has gone down also. But if they think that we are not on the situation, we are not up to mark, they'll think we are finished now, they can never grow up. But the thing is, what we have to do, that should be according to that, we should always be ready to face the crisis. We should always be ready to prepare ourselves. We should always be ready to face the challenges. Conducting in-depth market research on your field and the demographics of your potential customers is an important part of crafting a business plan. Whenever we are going to plan a business, firstly, we have to think upon the potential customer. We have to think about the market. We have to think about the competitor. We have to think about the present scenario. What things can be survive in the market. Obviously, this involves running survey, holding focus group, and researching SEO again, engine optimization, and public data. Before you start selling your product or service, you need to build up your brand and get a following of people who are ready to jump when you open your doors for the business. Means before coming to the market, firstly you have to create brand image. Sorry, and get a following of people who are ready to jump when you open your doors for business. Means before starting the business, just create the environment that people are ready. So we should always focus on the things which which we are trying to adopt. So next, please. Sorry. Like, way to think what is actually. Just see this diagram. You can understand everything which we have discussed in this webinar, which we have discussed in the previous slides. What we need to have, we need to have a strong business plan, and for that business plan we should always have a planning balance between planning and implementation. We need to have a market research, we need to have the financial resources, we need to have proper networking, we need to implement competitive strategy, we need to have a team spirit, we need to have the vision to be successful, we need to have the vision to be on the top, we need to have to create difference, we need to prove ourselves. That is all about business plan, passion, creativity, and resilience. So I hope that all of you will think over it to become a successful entrepreneur, because it's not very difficult to get a job, but it's very energetic and enthusiastic to give the jobs. So be the entrepreneurs, always think of giving the job instead of having the jobs. Wish you all the best, and thank you so much for your precious time. Thanks a lot. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. And now it's over to
Thank
the
you.
audience if they want to have certain queries related to the topic.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, and over to you, ma'am.
Okay. Dear students, any query, any doubt anybody is having, Naveen ji, stop sharing the screen.
Wait.
So my dear student, I think there were so many lessons which we all have learned out of this session. The very important thing which I learned is that you have to be risk taker to take an idea to his actual implementation part, and it's not easy, and Rome was never made in a day, rightly
Yes.
said by the great people. You need to put a lot of gradual effort, but believe me, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you can establish and set up your own business, nobody in this world can stop you to rise and shine. And I believe that the only thing that is required to initiate is a courage. And I believe your teachers, your mentors are always eager and ready to give you that flair of courageous attitude and behavior. And I'm very confident with the true mentorship of your class in charges and your courageous effort, you can do anything in your life you want to do. And those who were attentive in the Are you all with me? So, because of some network issue, I was disconnected for a while. So, Rachna ma'am, it was a great effort and you have done justice to the topic, and there was so much to learn for those who were eagerly listening to learn. And I think if 10% of the audience only can at least take a courage to take initiative towards this line of building a new business plan or idea, I think the journey of being a manager will be half done. And with this relevant topic, which was selected by Rachna ma'am, I announce today that we are going to hold a business plan competition very soon in the department. Rachna ma'am and Surbi ma'am will be coordinating the event. Rachna ma'am, you will have to take this session further, and the event will be business plan competition. Every class in charge has to bring the courage and creativity of the student of their class through business plan. And I'm very confident that all the students of all the classes are really very creative, they will be able to come at a platform to bring in the best of their creative and unique ideas. And I will make this competition open to other department as well, so that let us see the creativity and passion of entrepreneurship and enterprise on the stage. So I think it was wonderful being in this first webinar series of the department itself, by the department and by the teachers of the department. So good initiative, Rachna ma'am. Keep it up, and thank you, students. Thanks to all the class in charges and to the coordinator of this event, Mr. Atul Bhargav. I extend my gratitude to you because I have seen the spark. I just come up with an idea, and Atul sir is always ready with the solution. So I appreciate the spirit of my team members. So Atulji, congratulations for starting the series within the department. And I think it's a great initiative of all of you. And I am overwhelmed to share that I always feel enriched and enlightened to have such a wonderful team of students and teachers. Students, enjoy your evening. Thank you so very much. Good evening and God bless you. And in next webinar, we will be expecting a lot of questions. See, more will be discussion, more will be fruitful results. So we would love to have a healthy discussion at the end of webinar, at least for 5 to 7 minutes or 10 minutes, or the time permits. I want very good questioning from my students, and be ready for the business plan competition during the 3 holidays, that is first, second and third. You all have to work on your business ideas so that next week you can come with spirit, and we have to think कि हमें पूरा एक दिन का ये इवेंट करना पड़े, full day, कुछ घंटों का ना करके full day event करना पड़े. And you people will be acknowledged by your class in charges that on 31st we are going to celebrate New Year in the campus online only virtually. So we will be circulating the poster and the registration form through your class in charge to you. Winners will be selected and given certificate and prizes. So I want active participation of all the students wherever you feel like you can showcase your talent. And I'm very confident you all will be eagerly participating, and it's for teachers as well. So teachers are also welcome to express their hidden talent in them. So wish you all the very best. God bless you. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Dear students.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, beta. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you, Harsh. I know you all are eagerly waiting to come back to college. We are also eagerly waiting to see you, but we are waiting for the government green indication. Stay blessed. अच्छा लगा आप सब लोग से मिलके. God bless you, बच्चों.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank